This is my 320 drawer. So this is all my 320 razors. The razors that have been polished, they've been, you know, like fettled, they've had all their edges grinded, and what I mean that, I mean DMT plate if they need it, correcting frowns, chips, blah blah blah, all of the above. And then they make it into this drawer basically. So from this point onwards they're ready to rumble and go all the way through if I choose. But I'll show you some of them also, I'm not going to show you all of them. But this one's a Joseph Fenton. And I didn't know much about this dude. It's got a bit of kind of like wax on it. These razors, but they're nice, man. Joseph Fenton and Sons, Cutlery Sheffield. Nice stamps, nice thick metal used on it and everything like that. Here's a Swedish brand that you don't really see much of, but they were absolutely prolific. But for some reason you don't really see, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, but Germblocket. It's not that, but you get what I mean. This one's Gustafsson. Forget his first name now. This is an old razor. Whether this is going to make it through the stones, I'm not too sure. This one's a John Meffier. Paradise Square, Sheffield. It's got a bit, it says made for the army. But I'm not sure how that's going to perform on the stones. From memory, it was a bit sort of, it was a bit strange from memory. And I can remember it pinging at me. Oh, here's another one as well. Gustafsson. E.G. I knew I had two of them. This one is Green Lizard. Is it Catatorgus Cutlery Clo, Little Valley, New York, or is it Otatorgus? Well, either way, it's an American razor, and I've not had many dealings with American razors, but I did buy, well, a lot of razors from America, you see. Joseph Rogers, Burroughs, Garlands, Matchless. So that would have been like a gentleman's outfitter. What's this one? Looks quite nice. This is another Joseph Rogers. Just mainly like a wax on them that I put on them. Joseph Rogers. Yeah, Norfolk Street, traditional kind of wedge. That's that only one again. Oh, I'll show you these ones. So I bought a 7-day set. There was only 4 razors in it. Lovely box. Really lovely box. What's that? MK24. Yep. One of my faves. For the little ones. There's like a copy of it from EDV Nilström. I can't remember if I showed you these. I know I was meant to, but I couldn't remember if I did. But they're Norton & Co. Cheap Street, London. Oh no, not London, sorry, but they had a London store years ago. They're just lovely razors, like complex grind. Really nice, like kind of nearly half hollow really. Acting really nice on the stones, got 4 of them. They've been polished at some point though, because they have actually got like an etching that's off of them. It's Morton City extra hollow ground. But I think whoever's done it has done it sort of proper, if you know what I mean. They definitely knew what they were at, whoever did it. Some people don't like that etching, you see. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the gold etching, because the more you use the razor, the worse it gets. And then before you know it, it's a bit patchy and everything. So I know some people are just like, have it off. Here's a Bengal. Everybody likes a Bengal, me included. It's got some really kind of, well, got rough sort of gimping, but it's nice. Extra hollow ground. It's a Bengal, so it's a Bengal. Joseph Allen and Son, Oak Works. So, if you don't know, I think that was one of their, like, first, and there's the old, well, what you assume is a military stamp. But I believe that was almost, it might not have been their first sort of address, but it's definitely one of their old addresses. I can remember touching on them about a month ago, reading about it. LCC, this one, well, is a nice razor, man. It's got like a nice sweep to it and everything. It's actually really nice on the stones. There's Eric Anton Berg. an old sort of, well, great big smile, great big smile on that. So these are my ones as well. I'll show you this one though, because this one only come in this week. It's quite lucky, I didn't pay much for this. It seems like a nice Spacco, whatever that might mean. Sheffield Plate and Cutlery, Eldon Street, Sheffield. But it's got a kind of different sort of grind to it and all, you know, that's what sort of drew me to it when I see it. It's almost like a quarter hollow. It's quite a stiff grind for sure. Nice box and everything with it though as well. So these are my ones. And again, this is why, like, so any, you know, if any, at least I could direct into this video now, so I'll be like, right, yeah, this is why. You know, you see me with nice razors and that, I can't keep them all. Joseph Elliott's Best Silver Steel. So this is one of my 7-day set, and that's Monday. This is the Joseph Elliott's, the only one that's not got the original scales, which I'm gonna sort out. Saturday that is. So this is one of them Joseph Fentons. So again, that was, I believe this one, was it this one? Yeah. So same company, different eras. How big a time gap? Well, I'm not sure, but I believe that one's definitely older. It's got the old Maltese cross. It's acting okay on the spot, on the like the stones. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. It's been abused a bit. We can call it. We can say that. So this one is a Joseph Elliott's Best Silver Steel. It's got some like spine work on it. I can't bother to take the tape off, but Diamante, which I believe means diamond. It has been a bit of a bugger. I ain't gonna lie. It went a bit chippy. Yeah, around there. Went a bit chippy, kind of thing, and it was, yeah. Well, basically, it had a bit of a fragile edge. We can say that. Here's another Joseph Elliott's. That is Friday. And this is a nice razor for me, anyway. This one, this is something that spoke to me, because there's nothing really special about it. You know, it's just got bone scales. But it's Joseph Smith's and Son Celebrated Razor 3415. But it's just nice. I really like the gimping on it. It's got a nice weight to it. It had all sorts of grinding marks on it that were definitely not the original grinding marks, but thankfully they didn't go to the edge or do much to the edge. So I actually went to town on this in terms of, like, I got the sander, well, not sander, sorry, sandpaper out, and it made it look better. But I don't mind the marks when they're like that, you know. It's just all part of it. And this one's a bit of a strange one. Yeah. So this is a Joseph Rogers and Sons, Cutlers to the Magistraries, right? But look at the name. I don't know if you can see it, but it says Warncliffe Razor. Right, so I thought, oh, we've got a bit of something to go on here. So when I googled it, well, it comes up with the most pointiest, straightest edge of a knife you can ever imagine, and it is actually a pattern of a knife that is absolutely dead straight with quite a fierce like point on it. You can go and check it out. Yeah, I'll keep it there for you. I don't know if you can see it, so you can get the spelling. But it's WHARNCLIFFE razor. Yeah, but it's nice, man. It's been a bit of a bugger to hone, but look, you can see the bevel's coming nice. It's just a matter of meeting it. It's coming slowly. I ain't worked on that for weeks, and now that I've got it back out, well, hey-oh. I'm going to reclad it in scales, because these are just horrible celluloid plastic or whatever they are, and they ain't great, and I don't, it's one that I want to keep. You know, I'm a fan of Joseph Rogers, and it feels nice. Talks to me. Gimping's nice on it, lovely sweeping blade, just what I like. What we got here? We've got another Joseph Rogers, and this one's got some, you know, like sort of, well, different kind of grinding and whatnot. It's actually quite similar to that now I've got them together. So I think that's the first time Yeah and no. More no than not in it, really. No than yeah. But yeah, I don't know whether I am going to keep this one, but it's definitely going to get honed anyway. It's got quite a pointy spine on it. Bit of a pointy sort of toe and that. Some different grinding on it. They went to town on it a little bit. Scales are nice and solid. That's another Joseph Elliott's Tuesday, that is. And this is a bloody razor that I rescaled, well, years ago. It's one of my first horn rescales this was, a bit thick it was, but... And it's a nice old razor, but it's just been an absolute ball to get truly what I call shave ready. It's got some nice grinding on the old toe there, I don't know if you can see it, kind of meets at the point there, a bit like my Parker. But it's always lacked down this hill, so I'm a bit more experienced now. You know, the more you hone, the more you get experience. So I'm going to tackle it again. And what I believe I've got to do is I've got to remove a little bit of material. That's what I've got to believe. Even though it's a lovely sweep, but I'm assuming a little bit. But yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see what happens with it. It's going to have another go. That's that Dover I got cheap. Well, not cheap, but I put some wax on the scales. Stainless. That's the one that had that microscopic little frown. So that's it. Yeah, there's more razors, but these ones are bundled up until I do these. Don't start them. There's this one here as well, Spencer Sheffield, never heard of them. Whether I'm going to be able to sort that out, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's lost too much width, but we'll see, we'll see.